Okay, hello. Welcome back, everyone. Once again, thank you, Mixolity, for choosing the music. Okay, we're good. Anyways, sorry for the late start today. Hello. I was out and completely lost track of time, and then I had to get home and then make something to eat and eat it, and now here we are. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna just blame this on daylight savings time. That's what I'm gonna do. You know what? Actually, if this was before daylight savings time, actually I would be not that late. But we're gonna blame daylight savings time. But anyways, today we are starting Problem Sleuth. I'm looking forward to. Yeah, always blame daylight savings time. It's a wonder why we keep doing it. It doesn't really serve any purpose in the modern day, but just keeps messing up people's clocks. I still need a proper meal at some point. I've only had some very disappointing pretzel bites. Oh, well, I'm sorry they were disappointing, but yes, eat something properly. Have a proper meal. We need food to continue doing. Anyways, I've also done some behind the scenes work. When you start, click the title screen link on the home screen. Oh, okay. I'll do that. But anyways, but yeah, I've done some behind the scenes stuff. I finally got my model all completely, like, rigged up. I have all my little trinkets on the belt there rigged up. I've adjusted the physics a bit more, and I added the sparkles to the hair. So my model is like completely 100% implemented now. It's very cool to see it all finally completely rigged up. I also, hold on, let's see if I can bring this up. I don't know if we're gonna use this, but I did set up a like a little raid animation thing. I didn't check the volume for it though, so you guys will have to tell me how the volume is with this. Hold on. Trigger, test trigger. Alright, there we go. That's the little thing that I'll do if we ever get raided. We've only been raided once. It'll probably be a very long time before you have the chance to test it properly. It's good volume? Good. But yeah, now we have that set up. Feeling a bit more like a proper streamer now. Oh god, what did I do with... Okay. Here we go. Anyways, we can get right into it. And you said to click the title screen link. Okay. Is that doing anything? I don't know if it's doing anything. Oh, for Problem Sleuth. Oh, okay. Oh, here. I thought you meant like the actual oh! Ooh! That's nice. Nice 8-bitty music. Okay, here, press start. Okay, a proper little... Ooh! That's nice. That's really cool. I love that. Oh, are you guys not hearing? Hold on. Oh, yeah, you guys aren't getting my computer audio. Hold on. Device. Okay. Nope. Okay. There, you should be getting sound now. Okay. Nice. Okay. Oh, but I like that a lot. The little. Oh, that's amazing. Problem Sleuth. You are one of the top problem sleuths in the city. Solicitations for your service are numerous in quantity. Compensation adequate. It is a balmy summer evening. You are feeling particularly hard-boiled tonight. What will you do? Quickly retrieve arm from safe. Okay, so now we know what that was a reference to in Homestuck. Okay. You've already got arms, numbnuts. Retrieve your gun. There are dames to be rescued. You are quite positive. There has never been a gun in your office and never will be. Frankly, the notion strikes you as reckless and foolhardy. Break through glass with fist to unlock door. Thud. You don't know why you're assuming the door will be locked. You don't usually keep the door to your office locked. Nonetheless, a guy this hard-boiled doesn't go messing around with totally unmanly things like knobs. You send your meaty fist glassward. No gun at all, just a key, just a key. No, never anything else, never anything else. You send your meaty fist glassward. Thud. It seems there never was a glass element to the door. It was just a piece of paper taped to it. Okay, okay. What's this? Poster of yourself, window to a second in the past. What's going on there? Take the piece of paper. Okay, and now it's gone. I think it's just a weird panel placement. The piece of paper was added to your inventory. Manhandle the doorknob. There are dames to be rescued. The door is locked. Funny, you don't remember locking it. An inset panel, yeah. Yeah, because it is just a little weird panel placement. It is interesting to see that experimentation going on, though. The piece of paper was added to your inventory. Manhandle the doorknob. There are dames to be rescued. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. The door is locked. Funny, you don't remember locking it. Call the royal locksmith. The most plainly obvious course of action is to call a locksmith. You examine the phone. While it appears to be hooked up to an active phone line, the rotary dial and receiver cord are both missing. You won't be talking to anyone on this phone. Check pockets and desk drawers for phone parts. Inventory pocket. Is that just like 2 loose bits of candy corn? Unfortunately, your desk has no drawer since it's a board resting on some cinder blocks with faux wood panel siding. Your pocket, however, yields bountiful returns. You found some candy corn! Get key! You pick up the gun. You don't carry candy corn with you? I can't say that I do, but you know, that's probably a good idea. You never know, you're gonna need some candy corn. I love this transition, like, hey, we're gonna get the key. You pick up the gun. The grip is cold against your palm. This is your only friend in the world right now. It's gonna be a long night. Store candy corn in safe. Oh, we gotta get that bread and boil that egg. Thinking the precious cargo may not be secure in your pocket, you explore alternatives. But you don't know the combination to the safe! You figure it's probably hidden somewhere in your office. Check the other side of the paper. You have decided to examine piece of paper. Okay. Eureka! You discovered a sequence of numerals! 41, 23, 66. Is it gonna not? I'm guessing it's not going to be the combination to the safe. It's gonna be for something completely different. You will use sequence of numerals on the safe. Next. The safe doesn't seem to work. It appears to be a replica of a safe's facade, concealing something beneath it on the wall. Oh, there is a painting of a clown under the safe cover. Well, you can never have too many clown paintings, as I always say. Look under the fake wood paneling of the desk. And I think, perhaps John's dad would agree. You can never have too many clown paintings in the house. There is a flask of whiskey under the desk. Get ye flask. You pick up the flask of whiskey, drink the whiskey, and remember the good old days. Actually, John's dad had Harlequins. You're right. You're completely right. How silly of me. Drink the whiskey and remember the good old days. How do you expect to drink from the flask of whiskey when it is not in your jacket pocket? Exchange gun for whiskey, then drink. You swapped the key for the flask of whiskey and wield it accordingly. Oh dear. Ow. Oh, you topple backwards onto your desk. Oh dear. And this guy is one of the top problem sleuths of the city? I think the city may be in trouble. And he only had them because he thought, yeah, that's true. Not because John liked... He only had them because he thought John liked them, not because Dad liked them particularly. Time to reread Homestuck to remember everything. It was a joke, it was a throwaway line. I did not forget that, I was ignoring it for the sake of humor. Use key on the door and open it. You re-equip your gun so you can blow a hole in the lock to open the door. It looks like your gun only has 1 bullet left. Are you sure you want to use it in this way? You might need it in case you have to off yourself later. Oh no, not again with offing ourselves with a gun bullet. Oh no. Can we not do that again? I think I want to see where this goes. Check what is taped to the bottom of the phone. And I ignore you're ignoring to make my meta joke hyper-specific. Checkmate. You got me there. Check what is taped to the bottom of the phone. As you stoop to look at the bottom of the phone, your finger slips and you blow the lock off the door. Oh no. Never mind. What's under the phone? Busts are us. A good way to get ahead. It is a business card for Busts Are Us. Probably a brothel, considering the lame double entendre slogan and the phone number, which, if turned upside down, spells boobies. So it does. Take card. You put the Busts Are Us card in your inventory. You also put the phone upright and back on its hook to make sure you don't miss any important calls from would-be clients. Walk out of the room through the now unlocked door. The door still will not open! It appears that it was never locked in the first place. Something must be obstructing its path. Look through the newly made hole in the door. Hello? No wonder the door won't open. Blocking it is an enormous and magnificent bust of Ben Stiller in his role as Starsky in the 2004 Retromania comedy remake of Starsky and Hutch. Lying on the floor appears to be an unfortunate bystander, an employee of Busts Are Us, who is polishing the bust right in front of your door for some reason. Why? Shouldn't you know not to stop and polish your busts in front of a Problem Sleuth's door, lest you risk getting shot by a stray bullet? That's just plain dumb. You know what? You deserve this. You deserve this fate. Phrasing. Oh god, what did I say now? What did I say now? Oh no. What did I say? Oh no. Oh. I see. Not the worst slip I've ever made. Buster makes me feel good. Right outside my door. Oh my god. Take the bust's sunglasses. In front of my salad? How could they? You can't reach them. In any case, they're probably not. They're probably just a part of the statue and not actual sunglasses. You spend the next half hour trying to reach them. Take a closer look at the mysterious clown picture. Ooh. Well, that's not disturbing at all. It holes right through the wall, I'm guessing? The painting is exquisite. There's something funny about his eyes, though. Light seems to be shining through from the other side. Look through the eyes of the clown. Yes, I'm very curious. Oh. What? It's too bright in this room to see anything in there. You do think you hear a voice, though. You can't tell what it's saying. Yeah, it's way too vague to make out anything. You see the vague shape of a person there, and nothing else. Throw a cinder block at the door. Clunk! You're just so angry about not being able to reach those sunglasses, you're about to lose it! You first consolidate all the scrapped wood into a neat pile, then hoist the block towards the door. It sounds like something was knocked loose on the other side. Okay, there's a key over there. Which I'm guessing we cannot reach. Peer out the window to see what floor you're on. You face east in the room to look out the window. Bright daylight floods the room through the glass. You've always been a stickler for natural light. This is the only source of light in the room. What makes this particularly strange is the fact that it's 10 o'clock in the evening. Huh. That is strange. Take a look outside. Are you sure that you're not just, say, maybe reading your clock wrong? Wouldn't blame you. It is daylight savings, after all. It's the view from your third floor office. You gaze abstractedly, abstractedly, okay, I did read that right, at the commotion below. Same scene, same faces every day. It's like it hardly ever changes. Not that you can afford to pay much attention to scenery, with your mind wrapped around the latest Problem Sleuth and your lips around your flask. Ask the movers with the moving van to remove Starsky's statue. Ooh. Hey! Hey! You shout towards the moving truck, hoping someone might be willing to bust your problem, so to speak. You do your best pantomime of Ben Stiller as Starsky statue, but it doesn't seem like anyone can see or hear you. Tough luck, buddy. Throw cinder block at window, thereby discovering it is fake. Which of course means it is not fake. You think you have a pretty good idea about how your office works by now. Acting upon this hunch, you hoist another cinder block glassword. Look. Pick up shard of glass and put it in your inventory. No clue is too trivial for the keen Problem Sleuth. Your motto is let no inventory go uncluttered. A good motto to live by. What's that? You catch a glimpse of the reflection in the glass. It's the wall behind you. Turn around. Now, facing south, you pause to marvel at the beauty of your office wall mural celebrating ethnic diversity. You had it commissioned some time ago by a promising young artist. Best $11,000 you ever spent. Do you have $11,000 to spend in the first place, dude? Your office is kind of bare bones. You don't even have a proper desk. Read the note under the coffee. Madame Mural, bring wall yours fantasies to life. Yeah, bring wall use fantasies to life. 1900 strip. It appears to be another business card. At a glance, one might think it was a calling card for a lady of the night named Muriel, with a typo in her name given the poor spelling exhibited elsewhere. But on closer inspection, it is more likely a misspelling for mural, given the smudged out pun about walls. The suggestion in the phone number is probably regarding the old coat of paint rather than anyone's clothes. It's an easy enough mistake to make, though. You feel sorry for anyone who, at any point in the past, may have called while under the wrong impression. Using the chair, cinder blocks, and paneling, make a fort. Make sure you all are hydrating. You know, that's a very cozy fort you got there, buddy. You stash the Madame Mural card in your inventory and set about making a really cool fort in your office. It is complete with a front step and a chimney. You're really proud of your craftsmanship, as you should be! A+ top-notch fort building right there. Use your imagination to play make-believe. Inside your fort, you're only bound by the walls of your imagination and several small pieces of particle board. Fantasize. Ooh. This is what being a hard-boiled problem sleuth is all about. It's about being a strong, silent type, oozing with confidence, charisma, and other fine qualities such as not being trapped in your own office. It's about having a working phone, a real desk, not one, but 2 steak dinners, and some hysterical broad on the line yakking about some fellow she's got troubles with. It's always the same thing with dames. You comfort yourself in your sublime fantasy by now, and then saying things into the phone such as, "Now calm down a second, Toots," and, "Hey, take it easy, sweetheart. I can barely understand a word you're saying." Ring, ring. Your call is rudely interrupted by a ringing noise. It can't be the phone because you're already on it. Ring, ring. Something is ringing in your office. Check it out. I wonder what it is. Answer the phone in a very hard-boiled way. Isn't the phone broken? Can't we not talk? You pick up the phone and mutter some impatient greetings into the useless receiver. There is no response. Yeah. Yup. Looks like you just lost another client to technical difficulties. Tough break, buddy. Throw the devil phone out the window. Oh, you're fed up with your shitty phone. It has screwed you out of a case for the last time. Go look. Oh, now there's a cinder block and a phone out on the street. You're probably gonna need that back somehow. Crack open window. Even though the window is broken, you decide to open it. You slide the lower pane upward, but the whole window frame seems to slip from its anchored position. Oh, is this one of those like German tilt windows? Next, or is it just, oh, it just comes straight off the wall? Oh, it's a fake window. That explains the 10 p.m. thing. The window comes off the wall altogether and closer examine. But then how did he throw a cinder block and phone out onto the street? On closer examination, it seems to be a false window with a picture inside. The picture is lit from within, sort of like a sophisticated light box. Dude, do physics work in this world? Do things make sense? Is the false window actually a small doorway into another dimension? A little portal onto a real street? Was this ever his office to begin with? Is this just a fake replica of his actual shitty office, or did he pick this place as his office and did not notice that it was fake? There's something fishy going on here. What a problem to sleuth. The window comes off the wall altogether in closer examination due to a false window with a picture inside it. The picture is lit from within, sort of like a sophisticated light box. Though it does explain why this guy with the dog doesn't seem to be moving at all, despite being in the middle of running with their dog. Put window down. The window/light box is plugged into the wall behind it. The false window was concealing a large safe! Haha, a real safe this time! Hopefully. Maybe. We'll see. Place false window in inventory. The false window is way too big to carry around, stupid! But you did find a curtain rod just under the top edge. You never did get around to putting up drapes. Then again, it never did make much sense to cover up the only source of light in your office. He doesn't even have a lamp. You put the curtain rod in your inventory. Use numbers from sheet of paper to open the safe. You examine the heavy-duty safe. You must be keeping some serious loot in here. If it's your safe at all, enter the combination. You enter the sequence of numerals from the piece of paper. The combination works! However, instead of opening the safe, the dial has simply popped open to reveal a keyhole, which is probably for the key on the other side of the door. It looks like it requires a key that looks more like a house key or a car key, rather than one of those old-fashioned looking keys which tend to be littered all over video games, which you are quite sure you have never once seen lying around in your office. You don't need this piece of paper anymore. I don't remember what kind of key it was. If it was like like those modern keys, or one of the the simplified old-fashioned keys. Problematica Sleuth, dear. Crumple it up and throw it away. And you discarded the piece of paper. Shoot safe. Your key is out of bullets. Oh dear. Get cinder block and phone receiver out of false window. Oh, that's a long way down. You'll have to think of a way to reel them in if you want them back. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna accept that, reality bends its whims to this ridiculous scenario. And physics no longer mean anything. Unplug the window to conserve electricity. You unplug the false window, which is probably burning through electricity with its powerful fluorescent bulbs and strange spatial warping properties. You're not made of money. The room goes dark. Look through the eyes of the clown. With the room darkened, you should now be able to see through the painting. Next. God, Zooks, that's another urban mural. This one is particularly unpleasant. You have a feeling it might have been placed there just to annoy you. You hear a voice from the other side. It's hard to tell what it's saying, but you think you can make out the words toots and sweetheart now and then. Ooh, another problem sleuth, perhaps? It's hard to tell how far away the mural is. The clown's eyes are so close together you can only see through one at a time, limiting your depth perception. You wonder what kind of freak this painting was made for. If only you had some sort of thin, extendable implement to poke through the hole to tell how far away it is. You have a curtain rod! Yeah, exactly! Push the curtain rod through one of the clown's eye holes. Oh, well, that was not very far away at all. And it's a big nostril on the other side. You feel the curtain rod bump into something not too far into the wall. Get a look at the unobstructed view. It is another problem sleuth. It is the adjacent office. The man at the desk is talking to a client about some sort of problem which requires sleuthing. Next. It's your loathsome arch nemesis, Ace Dick. He's always scooping you on the best cases. That portly son of a bitch makes your blood boil. Shout insults at Ace Dick through the clown painting. You shout, but he cannot hear you. The walls may be too thick, or he is just engrossed in his conversation. I don't think it's that the wall is too thick. There's holes through it. There are literally 2 holes that go all the way through your wall. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think. I think sound's getting through there. I don't think. Yeah. He's arguing over a misunderstanding about the nature of the services provided by Busts R Us, and an alarmingly large bill for those services. In the darkness, you stub your toe on the false safe cover. You utter more profanity. Plug the damn window back in. Inflated electric bills or not, you're getting sick of stubbing your toe on things. Kick the door. The door bears the brunt of the bottled up shitstorm brewing within. Okay. I thought for a moment he just tripped over the false safe. Examine aftermath of shitstorm. Oh, there's the key. Okay, so it is one of the more modern keys. So it probably is for that safe. The key, which you can't actually see and don't actually know is there, jingled a bit. You'll have to throw something heavier against the door if you want to knock it loose. Throw cinder block at the door. You take the cinder block, which was formerly your fort's front step. You decided you could stand apart with it since you've been stubbing your toe on it constantly since you built it. Clonk. Oh, the key still won't jingle loose. It looks like you'll need to throw an even heavier object at the door. Do we have anything heavier at all? We're kind of running short on options here, you know. Check out what's on the false safe. F you, Ace. Dumb, like Ace retard. Since Ace seems so intent on being able to see into your office, it looks like you put something there for him to look at. Take the note. You stashed the note to Ace Dick. Investigate coffee machine-looking object in the corner. Oh. It appears to be some kind of heating unit to keep the coffee hot. It looks heavy. Pick it up. It is quite heavy and hot. You contemplate throwing it at the door, but something occurs to you first. You don't want to knock the keys on the floor and not be able to reach them. That's smart. Re the sunglasses fiasco. You better be prepared to catch them in something after you throw it. Use hat as a key net, then throw coffee maker. You resolve to catch the key with your hat. You let the Poner's appliance fly? Can you get there in time to catch it with your hat even? Catch the key. Oh, okay, he does it. With quick reflexes, you shove your hat through the hole in time to rescue the key. Pull hat back in. You got the safe key, and you can't think of a safer place for it than where it is now. In your hat. Oh, hi, kitty. Hey. Oh, yeah. Hello. Key has been gotten. Playback message on the reel-to-reel. Okay. So should I strip first? Yes, you will want to strip thoroughly before I provide my service. Okay, I'm stripping now. You keep the hidden recording device in your office to record anything said that might be incriminating. Unfortunately, the only incriminating statements it recorded were likely made by yourself. Oh dear, oh dear. Swap the safe key with the candy corn. Your prized confections will be safer here. The recording tape begins to unspool while you're preoccupied. Oh no. Pee through the clown eyes into A-Stick's office. You remember you're pissed off at A-Stick, and in addition to it, you haven't been able to pee once in the 13.5 hours you've been locked in your office. You decide to exact revenge by unleashing a torrent of urine through one of the painting holes, preferably while he is spying on you. Unfortunately, your aim isn't that good, and you don't even come close to getting pee through the holes. The painting is now a smelly mess. Use the key on the safe. You unlock the safe with the safe key. The safe opens to reveal a hidden room. Okay, so space means nothing. We're just further establishing that at this point. You regret making the smelly pea clown. Yes, I do. I very much do. You unlock the safe with the safe key. The safe opens to reveal a hidden room. You don't need the safe key anymore, so you discard it. Are we sure we don't need it anymore? Are we sure? Are we sure? For all we know, there's gonna be another safe that needs the exact same key, and now we're gonna be unable to access it at all. Wrap yourself in recording tape like a mummy. Wow, what a fucking waste of time. Yeah, it's fun though. Barge into the room with wild abandon. Oh? You enter your secret chamber. Oh, what happened to our mummy wrappings? It's a dark alcove you use to store a few modest valuables and duck into whenever you're on a case and things start to get too hot to handle. Which is never. It's everyone's favorite character, Problem Sleuth. Hello, some random gamer, nice to see you. Check out the papers on the floor. Fuck off, asshole. It appears to be a note delivered to you from A-Stick. It smells a little like pee. You hate him so much. You stash the unpleasant note in your inventory. Play a haunting tuba refrain. Oh, you can't do it. The tuba is filthy. Yeah, if he's correct in that he never uses this room, a haunting refrain, you say. Check out the paper on the wall. Oh, what's on the wall? Secondhand pornography, handling your dirty instruments since 1920. Rusty trombones, filthy tubas, funky trumpets, and more. 1-800-SAX-SAX-SAX. It's another business card for an intriguing trade. Some of these services sound really exotic. Put card in your inventory. Okay. Get in dummy elevator. You climb into the elevator, sometimes called a dumbwaiter. It's pitch black inside. There's only one direction to go. Go down. The dumbwaiter goes down a little bit, then stops. This is as far as it goes. The interior is somewhat illuminated from light coming in through a slit on the wall you're facing. It looks like you can slip objects through it as long as they're narrow enough. Peep through the slit. I thought for a moment I was gonna say pee through the slit. I'm like, why? But no, we're just peeping. We're just peeping. It's hard to see anything through it, but you hear a voice again. Listen. Ooh. A lot of peep or pee. Yup. It's Ace Dick's office again. He's still on the phone and sounds really surly. He seems quite upset about a mix-up involving large stone busts instead of some other service he believed he was getting. The very same bust that is now trapping us in our office. Oh, next. Oh, he seems to be wondering if he has the right business card. We'll polish your head for no extra fee. Oh no. Oh no. He hired the guy to polish it. The guy who's now bleeding out, if not already dead. Yeah, one large stone bust. Feed your Busts R Us card through the slot. You deposit into the slot the Busts R Us card, but pee on the card beforehand. A little too late. You realize you should have peed on the card to stick it to Ace. You decide to pee on it anyway. Cutscene. Ace Dick picks up the card and puts it in his inventory. He considers the card carefully. He calls the number, hoping this one will bring satisfaction. After a little while, some whores show up. Oh dear, and cutscene. Oh dear, it looks like Ace got the better of you once again. Damn that Ace. Take swig from flask of whiskey. Our imagination is refilling. Feelings of dejection overwhelm you. You're tired of being shown up by your rival. He gets everything. All the good cases, the women, the ability to open his office door. You'd wager he even enjoys the lion's share of the candy corn. You down a stiff belt from your flask of whiskey. You experience a boost in your imagination. Clean horns. Suddenly, you're entirely dissatisfied with the condition of these horns. It's an absolute disgrace! You won't stand for it! You set about polishing the instruments, but it seems your imagination is too high to conduct normal day-to-day activities. You topple some of the horns, the clarinet breaks. If only there were such a place that could serve as a proper outlet for such a high degree of imagination until the condition passed. Back to the old fort! In your heightened state of imagination, you fall down the stairs. You'd better get to the safety of your fort fast. You're no good to anyone out here. Hurry! Oh, phew. You feel safe and sound in the cozy confines of your wobbly particle board walls. Oh. And yet I notice that imagination bar is not even halfway full. One shudders to imagine what sort of state he'd be in if it was all the way 100% full. Drift into realm of make-believe. Ooh. You stand in your imaginary office. With the mind, anything is possible. Your imaginary phone is ringing. The phone is ringing. Ooh. You answer the phone in the best Depression-era fast-talking way possible. On the other line is a hysterical dame. You tell her to calm down and give you the skinny on what all hubbub is about. Her answers are vague and one-dimensional. The case is quickly going nowhere. It turns out your imagination sucks. Well, that's because your imagination bar isn't even halfway full. Eat steak dinners with hands. The steak dinners have been sitting around for a while. They're both spoiled. Oh no! You waited too long. You waited too long. Gorge yourself on imaginary candy corn. Ooh. Pulchritude. Oh dear. They don't taste as good as real candy corn. Nevertheless, it gives your pulchritude a small boost. Hold on. No, I don't. I want the definition. I don't want the etymology. We did, didn't we? Physical beauty, comeliness, allure, beauty. My brain is incapable of holding on to information for longer than a day. Apparently. Try to take imaginary gun back into real world. You pick up the gun. You'd like to bring it back with you, but you cannot fathom how that's possible. Stride confidently through office door. You exit your office into the hallway. Go harass A Stick. We made it out. Oh, you burst through A Stick's imaginary door, rolling up your non-existent sleeves, but he is nowhere to be found. His imaginary room is empty, but most likely because Ace is currently not using his imagination. I was thinking it's because in this fantasy world, A Stick never existed in the first place, or moved out or something, but no, it's because A Stick is not currently using his imagination, so he cannot enter the imagination world, the imagination dimension. Leave room. You exit, but not before you leave an imaginary present on the floor. Of course. What else? What else would we leave behind? Next. You are now facing south in the hallway. Enter the PI room. You hear noises behind the door. Oh, sounds like someone else is using their imagination. It sounds like swing music and riotous times being had. Whoever is in this office probably has a terrific imagination, but the door is locked. Follow the exit sign. You feel your imagination beginning to fade, so you hurry downstairs to the imaginary street. You find your motley collection of items which you whirl through out the window in a fit of rage, stupidity, or both. Look up at your office window. You see a familiar face through the window. A friendly face. Your imagination wears off. Oh no! You experience the lingering effects of your imagination. The stat remains at the same level, but no longer affords you its advantages. However, you remain just as useless in the real world. You're going to need to figure out a way to sober up fast. Chug coffee with no regard for temperature. Oof. You drink the coffee, which is lukewarm. It's foul, bitter, and ridiculously strong. You can only drink a little of it. Your imagination is reduced, while your Vim enjoys a healthy boost. What the heck is Vim? You feel terrific now, fit as a fiddle and bristling with coordination. 2 pieces of candy corn fall on the floor. Get candy corn. Ooh, you put the candy corn into your hat. Oh wait, I thought the candy corn fell out of his hat, but no, it was just 2 additional pieces of candy corn. Okay, so we have 4 candy corn now. The phone is ringing again. Go check it out. Your phone is now missing 3 components, making it that much more difficult to answer this call from an undoubtedly hysterical dame. If only you could think of a way to reel in objects from the weird window mind space universe. Flip window upside down and shake to retrieve phone. You try to shake your belongings from the blasted portal. You know what? With as weird as everything is, I kind of expected that to work. It appears to run on Etch-a-Sketch technology. Okay, that's really funny. I love that. Make lasso out of tape and pull phone back in. You use the magnetic tape to form a lasso. Maybe you could reel in your belongings this way? However, you think the tape lasso is way too light and flimsy to throw out the window with any significant distance or accuracy. You'll need something to weigh it down. Cut to the chase and use cinder block. You tie the tape to a cinder block, using it as an anchor. Throw out window. Okay. There's just 2 cinder blocks stacked on top of each other. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Examine the mural for hidden clues. Oh. So many. Are those all the holes through the wall? Looks like there were 2 holes in the mural. Yep. They are spaced far apart, just about enough for someone with sensible human anatomy to look through with both eyes. Really? They seem about too far apart for that. Look through them. You unplug the window again and have a gander. Problem Sleuth is impolite. Very rude. Oh dear. Oh dear. I want some leprechaun charms here. It's an unpleasant note. You can tell using your depth perception that the note is very close, only a few inches from your face. He's a rude boy. He is indeed. Poke curtain rod at note. A painting of an elf jostles on the other side. It falls to reveal a safe. The safe pops open, revealing a painting of an elf. Look through elf holes. It's the office of yet another one of your competitors, Pickle Inspector. Looks dazed, as if perhaps he's been trapped in his office for some time. There are strange glass containers in the corner. You wonder if there might be a business card, ordered professionally, of course, for a glassblower somewhere in his office. Perhaps taped to something, like a cinder block or the back of an elf painting. His office is dark for some reason. Before we dive into that, I do need to fill up my water bottle, so I will be right back. Okay. Hydration is good. Hydration is important. Hydration is necessary. His office is dark for some reason. I wonder if he also had a false window, but he unplugged it or destroyed it or got rid of it for some reason. I wonder. Is there something more going on with the other dimension? Oh, hi, kitty. Hi. Yeah, I know you want attention, but I'm streaming right now. Yeah, I'm sorry, Betty. You suddenly hear noises coming from A-Stick's office. You figure as long as your office is dark, you might as well check on him through the clown holes. Take a look. Oh? The horse tied A-Stick up in a chair and stole his phone. The Huggy Bear bust is cracked open, and the treasure which was undoubtedly stashed inside has been stolen too. He was probably tortured for the information. Ooh dear. Rejoice! Dude, you could be next! You celebrate by mustering one of the silliest dances you've attempted in hours. Congratulations, buddy. Congratulations. A-Stick hears your shenanigans from the other side. He seems to be pleading for a way to cut the rope. Try to get Hutch Bust's attention. Ooh. You can't imagine how you can get a statue's attention. You begin to covet the Hutch Bust and whatever secrets it guards. Well, we know the other bust had treasure in it, so why not this one as well? What do you hide? Climb down the tape to retrieve your things. The reel is way too weak to hold your weight. It'll probably only be able to support and reel in lighter objects. Activate the reel to reel. The reel begins to turn, pulling the tape taut. The center block below does not budge. If the tape is retied to a lighter object, it will likely be pulled in through the window automatically. How are you gonna reattach it to something lighter from this end? So from what I've tuned into, is a guy who gets drunk. There's an imaginary world that is both real and imaginary. Pickles Inspector is trapped in a room for a while, and something else happens with A-Stick. Yup! You've about summed it up. Yep, we're doing Problem Sleuth today. And that's about my understanding of the situation too. Just about. Like, how is he going to get it to attach to something else? Also, I'm very worried that it's just gonna get sliced and cut on this broken glass. We've sleuthed at least one problem. The problem of A-Stick. Or like, whatever's yeah, it was A-Stick. Give Ace piece of glass to cut rope. You go into the back room and down the elevator, slip glass through slot. Ace receives the shard of glass. He uses it to cut himself free. Oh, so we did help him. Interesting. That's either going to be very helpful or bite us in the ass later. Hey, it's like Homestuck! Yeah, I wonder why. They're not related at all. You are now a stick! Oh! Ooh. You begin to question this feud you've been embroiled in with your neighbor for so long. After all, he did just give you the number for some honest-to-God whores, even if they did ultimately rob you. He also just helped you escape. Maybe it's time to bury the hatchet and help him out of his office? You feel you should get some supplies from your safe first, though. If only you could remember the combination. Check behind paper stuck to door for combo. You can't pull it off. It's stuck fast. Maybe a heavy object will knock it loose? Oh no. Throw a hutch bust at it. Using your extraordinary strength due to your unusually high VIN characteristic, you'll lift the bust easily. Throw. You send the Owen Wilson paper word. Oh dear. Next. And there was real glass there. The bust crashes through the window, knocking out an employee of Madame Mural. Oh no. He was wheeling a portable scaffold into place to prepare for some more mural work. He looks like he's in bad shape now. The hutch head cracked open, exposing riches. Looks like one of the whores may have taken Starsky's sunglasses. Oh god, those eyes. Those, completely normal, sane, handsome eyes, I guess. Next. A scaffold continues rolling, coming to a stop in front of your door, jamming it shut. Oof. Man. I predict that by the end of this, no one will have taken a step out of their office. Oh no. You're now trapped in your office too! You and Problem Sleuth will have to work together if you want to escape. Proceed commands for a stick with AD and for Problem Sleuth PS. Okay. Yeah, because these are all, user submitted. Office stuck. Exactly. Reach through window and move scaffolding out of the way. Scaffolding is jammed in place. It seems the brake for the wheels was triggered after it came to a stop. You can't push it away either. The top just bumps up against the ceiling. There's no climbing out of the window with your portly frame because of the scaffold bars. Unless someone comes to help you or you find a blowtorch to melt through the bars, you're probably not getting out of this office anytime soon. Nice try, though. Okay, forget it then. Yeah, okay. Okay, so they're both stuck. They have one or two ways of communicating with each other. One through the slit from the dumbbell, and one through the eyes of the poster. It is interesting. Pick up Tommy gun. I beg your pardon? What Tommy gun? There's no gun here. Just keys. Just a little jingle jangle keys. Get the phone pieces sitting around. You put the phone parts in your inventory. Slip PS his phone parts. You slip the phone parts through the slot to an awaiting Problem Sleuth. Ooh, so he had the phone parts all along. But he's not waiting for them in the dumbwaiter! The phone parts fall somewhere in the dark shaft below. Nice work, bonehead McFuckup. Oh no. Well, those phone parts are gone forever. Oh dear. Who's Tommy and what is his gun? Look inside Huggy Bear statue for riches. There is a hammer in the broken Snoop Dogg bust. You place the hammer in your inventory. Okay, oh, ooh, we have a choice here. We have a choice. Huh. Okay. Climb halfway out window, then unplug window. The window loses its extra dimensional portable properties and severs you midway through. You are dead. Yep. No, wait, don't do that. Yeah, let's not. Oh, who knows what would happen, but let's not. You're not sure what you were thinking. Check behind clown poster. Behind the poster is another clown drawn directly onto the metal. Oh dear, oh dear. Under the paper is a long game code. This is probably a code you can use to return to a particular state in this game. You put it in your inventory. Pounce on keys before they disappear. You pick up the ring of keys. Okay, cool. Armed with your Tommy gun, you are one hard-boiled log. Nobody mess with this tough guy, see? Go into dumbwaiter so you can receive an item. You go down the dumbwaiter. A stick tries to give you an item, but the hammer is too big to fit into the slot. Oh no. Ace gives you all his business cards instead. In return, you give him your collection of unpleasant notes. Examine notes. Fuck off asshole, moron, stupid butt, smells like butt. Flipping over. F you Ace, smell like okay. You recognize both of these notes. You wrote and delivered them to your neighbor to get his goat. One of them has something on the back. He wrote a rebuttal on the other side and taped it to the back of his fake safe for your viewing pleasure. Luckily, the combination to your safe is on this paper. You carelessly composed your note on this document without noticing. Wow, what a great problem sleuth you are. What great sleuthing and reasoning you use. What great situational awareness you possess. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Use it to open safe. You enter the combination. The smaller compartment opens up to reveal 3 old-fashioned keyholes. Ooh. Go look through pig painting to see what PS is up to. Okay. You have to unplug your large panoramic window from its portable generator first. Wow. I wonder, do their windows lead to the same dimension? They're both cities at the very least. That could just be to them being problem sleuths and doing the whole noir theme. But I wonder if they do lead to the same place. So the group we have is BS, PI, AD, and someone else. I think it's just those 3. Unless I missed something. We have our problem sleuth. We have a stick here. And then there's the other guy on the other side of the wall. So does the pig painting count? You know what? I think the pig painting does count. The pig painting is a painting. It's a character unto itself. Unplug window. Look through holes. Candy corn vampire. Ugh. You topple backwards onto your particle board desk. Does anyone in this world have a real desk? Apparently not. It was supported by a couple of smaller busts, including one of your favorites, Snoop Dogg from Soul Plane. Oh, candy corn vampire! I'm going to steal your candy. That's what candy corn vampires do, right? Instead of sucking your blood, they steal all the sugar from your candy. Throw Snoop Dogg through big window portal. First, you organize all of the particle board into a neat pile to reduce clutter. You ready the Snoop for throwing. Throw. The bust crumbles against the rigid surface of the unplugged window. There's just no breaking the plane unless it's plugged in. Ooh. Going to suck your blood sugar. Amidst the rubble is a couple pieces of candy corn and a small key. That's interesting that the windows can't break unless they're powered. That's interesting. That's interesting little tidbit we got here. Examine the cruet next to the Snoop Dogg bust. First, you plug the window back in so you stop stubbing your toe on things. Stubbing your toe is known to be brutal on your pulchritude stat. You pick up the cruet of brandy. Examine rope. You pick up the rope. Use Tommy gun on safe keyholes. You'll use your ring of keys to unlock the keyholes on the safe. Next. The ring of keys blows a hole in the surface. The safe is open! Throw hammer through window. They're not gonna check out the safe that just opened? Really? Really? We're not gonna... Okay, I guess you're guiding the narrative, so... Now that the window's plugged in, you may effectively vent your rage with a heavy object! The hammer shatters the glass and falls to the street far below your penthouse office suite. Next. Okay, so they are the same world. They do lead to the same street. Okay, so they are connected. Get candy corn in preparation of your own vampire act. Where did this dude show up from? Where did this poor dude come from? Get candy corn in preparation of your own vampire act. You pick up candy corn and a small key. Look through clown picture at Ace. Candy corn vampire. Ace Stick H, the candy corn! He is an unimaginative lout and an all-around wet blanket. Unfortunate. Ace enjoys a small boost in pulchritude from the candy. His modest oh god, I bit my tongue there. Ugh, that sucks. His modest pulchritude gauge is now maxed out. He inadvertently swallowed the small key along with the candy corn. Oh no, it's now safely stored in his stomach. We now have a stomach slot. Beautiful. Build fort. You figure it's time to do something constructive for a change. Your stout bunker of particle board is a smashing success. The Zoolander chimney is the jewel in its crown. See what you have stashed in the safe. You can't reach the opening. Oh no! You would stand on the chair, but you don't think it's quite high enough. Besides, it's now built into your fort, and there's obviously no going back. Yep. Once a fort is built, you can't dismantle it. That's the rules! You can't ever dismantle a fort. Throw a fort out window? That's the stupidest idea you've ever had! Yeah, if you can't dismantle a fort, you certainly can't go throwing it out a window! Jeez! Use bus stand as a step to access the safe. Okay. By stacking 2 bus stands, you can easily reach the safe opening. Go in. It's your secret hideaway that you can't reach without constructing a big step stool for yourself? Oh dear. These people are they're all bad at placing secret hideaways. Oh god. A great place for ducking into when being persecuted by unscrupulous whores. And yet you could not hide there when you were being persecuted by unscrupulous whores because, it's not easily accessible to you. Which makes it kind of useless. What good is a secret hideaway if you can't get to it? Acrid fumes from the room fill your nostrils. Go up, dumbwaiter. These guys would fucking suck at those escape room wolf games. Oh, they would. Okay, we're going up the dumbwaiter. Okay. 10, yeah. Next, the dumbwaiter goes up, revealing the phone parts which had fallen down the shaft earlier. Ooh, nice. While you're at it, you compose another unpleasant note on the back of one of the others and slip it through the slot. Okay, so we need to find a way to have the dumbwaiter up and someone in the room to grab the phone parts while the dumbwaiter is up. Escape room games are an iconic piece of Flash's story. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they are. Get phone parts and hook them up to your phone. Your phone is now 2/3 complete. It's ringing again. You're gonna need that receiver. Well, there's no flashes here, so sadly they are ignorant to this. Yeah, unfortunately, no flashes in the Problem Sleuth universe. Exit dumbwaiter. Open. Okay, so he did. Okay. Oh, the phone parts were on top of the dumbwaiter. Okay, I misunderstood that. I was like, how did they get the phone parts there? I thought the phone parts were underneath the dumbwaiter. No flashes are in modern worlds either anymore, aren't there our emulators, there's like preservation projects going on. Like I have, yeah, some are still striving. There's people still making them too. Like I have, oh god, I didn't mean to actually open it, but I have Flashpoint, which is a really great, like compilation of Flash games. Yeah, official wise, it's depreciated. Yeah. But yeah, I have the Flashpoint archive downloaded, and it's really great. It's really great. Okay. Yeah, what's official even mean? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Like, I understand why Flash was depreciated and why it was, like, shut down. It doesn't mean I like it. It doesn't mean I like it. I do miss the height of Flash games. Yeah, it's just not in web browsers natively anymore. Yeah. If you want to do Flash games on websites, you have to have, like, an emulator, on the site. Yeah. It sucks. Dark would have been significantly funner if revivals didn't exist anymore. Open door lock with Tommy gun. You throw your ring of keys at the lock. They jangle uselessly against the door. You're not sure what you expected was going to happen. You sure can be dumb sometimes. The ring of keys ammo is down to 90%. Huh. Pick up keys. You pick up your Tommy gun. Use rope to escape office through window. You won't need to use the rope to escape through the window. There's a fire escape stairway. You climb onto the generator, out the window, and onto the stairs. The generator is chugging away. It's fueled by potent grain alcohol. Its fuel gauge is at 80%. Go downstairs. Okay, down we go. The stairs end at the roof of an adjacent building. There's a pulley on the other side. There's a small skylight window on the center of the roof. Look in window. Oh? It's Pickle Inspector! The poor sap trapped in his office by that petty bastard Problem Sleuth. He's currently in his fort. Wait, what did Problem Sleuth do to trap him there? There is no light in his office. His skylight window must not be powered. Ooh. Next, you suddenly feel weird about standing on the other side of an unpowered window. You feel as though there will probably be metaphysical consequences. Ooh. That's very ominous. Ooh. Yeah, standing on the other side of an unpowered window. What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm very fascinated by this window mechanic. A frightening beast appears. Ooh. Alert Pickle Inspector to turn on his window. You have a feeling your portly alley is in trouble somehow. You pound against the wall, but the inspector is in his fort, off in his own world. Problem Sleuth, drink whiskey and go into fort. You decide to take the matter up with him directly. You take a healthy swig from your flask of whiskey to boost your imagination and duck into the old fort. Address this beast situation. Okay. A stick. Address the beast situation. Appease the beast by doing the truffle shuffle, or no, wait, never mind. Okay. Truffle shuffle, truffle shuffle, truffle shuffle, truffle shuffle. In a stirring homage to the Tubby Boy Chunk and the Goonies, you lift your shirt and produce the most blubber-jostling jig you can muster. You are quickly slain by the hungry beast. Oh dear. Okay, yeah, never mind. Let's not do that. You really like the Goonies, and you think the beast probably does too, but you think a little restraint is called for in this situation. Use your keys to kill the beast. You squeeze the trigger of your Tommy gun and fill the creature with lead. The beast is unfazed. You're down to only 5% ammo and you doubt the remainder of your bullets will finish off the encroaching monster. Oh dear. Oh no, our buddy's in trouble. Get the fuck out of here. Yes. You run up the stairs to the safety of your window. A stick vomit up key. You can't just vomit things on command. That's ridiculous. On the other hand, when there's liquor in your system, that's a different story. Take a healthy swig of whiskey to restore some vim. Okay. Well, okay, it's not whiskey, but you decide to open your cruet of brandy and throw back a stiff belt. The alcohol has no effect on your vim characteristic, but it quickly maxes out your crude little imagination gauge. The room starts spinning. You'll need to duck into a safe place to expend the imagination fast! Ooh! Yeah, that's quite a puny little imagination meter there you got. I mean, you can't vomit on command, just takes concentration. Can you vomit on command? Because I can't. Go into fort. Okay, you are standing in your imaginary office. You can hardly believe how shitty your imagination is. Yeah, that's not looking too great. Yeah, just think of something vomit-inducing in your mouth and boom, simple. I think you're overestimating how many people can do that. Because I certainly can't. That doesn't really work for me unless I'm like already nauseous. You're standing in your imaginary office. You can hardly believe how shitty your imagination is. Pick a poorly drawn gun. You pick up the shitty gun. You'd be shocked if it worked at all. Is that just a puddle on the ground there? Head over to PI's place for imaginary mixer. Problem Sleuth is already there trying to get into the locked office. Knock furiously on the door! You shatter the glass with your beefy fist. Was that intentional? Look inside. Ooh. It is Pickle Inspector's imaginary office. He sure knows how to live it up. Yeah, he does. He uses his potent imaginative powers to replace the broken door with one of solid steel. Problem Sleuth is gone. He probably went downstairs. I thought for a moment that he was just like zapped out of the imaginary space by Pickle Inspector's impressive superpowers in the imaginary world. Follow him. Oh. You find Problem Sleuth on the street. He's rounding up items scattered on the street and tying them to the magnetic tape. It looks like he brought down a large bag of candy corn from his office. He may have considered tying it to the tape, but it's too heavy to be hauled up through the window. It'll probably need to be hauled up by something stronger, like a rope. Perhaps one slung around a pulley, like the one on the adjacent roof. Send tape up with hammer and phone part. You let go of the tape and it's reeled through the window with the items. Unfortunately, the hammer catches on the window's power cord and unplugs it. Ooh, no. Oh no. I mean, either this or shoving a finger down your throat, but you're practically the same thing. One of us is weird here. Cause like, I don't think that really works either. Like, it's one thing if you're already nauseous, one or both of us, yeah. One of us is weird here. Either I just don't vomit easily, or you vomit too easily, because that doesn't work for me. Unfortunately, the hammer catches the Windows power cord and unplugs it. This is probably not going to be good. Oh dear. Yeah, that's ominous. That's bad. A terrifying beast appears! You are both armed with imaginary weapons and ready for melee. Get that dog-looking gentleman to help you out. I don't think that's a real person! He hasn't moved at all since we first saw him. The gentleman appears to be a brainless non-entity. Yeah, exactly. It's just an NPC. Use half-dead body as bait for that monster. Torso flail. The beast gobbles the torso. He is temporarily placated by the red meat. Ace can, Problem Sleuth, fire at will! Your imaginary guns seem to be no more effective than pea shooters? Ace's bullets barely manage to clear the barrel. The beast suffers minimal damage. Oh yeah, they're still in the imagination world. Now I wonder if, with the dimensional windows, if that still affects things in the real world or not. Yeah, he's not real. He's not real. Get closer to the beast and fire. You stand on the cinder blocks and take aim. Your piece of shit gun jams and explodes! The beast takes significant damage. A stick loses on imaginary life. Oh, okay, so he still has 2 lives left. Okay. A stick has returned to the physical plane. You are feeling nauseous from the earlier boost to your imagination. You puke. Oh, sorry, buddy, that sucks. Check on imaginary battle. Problem Sleuth has been slain by the beast. Okay. Oh dear. You wake up from your imaginary boss battle with a very real hangover. You quickly drink some coffee to restore your vim. Plug window back in, examine loot tied to tape. The recording device reeled in the phone receiver in the okay, so things in the window dimension, in the imaginary world does affect the window dimension. Okay. That is very fascinating. Put your phone back together. Finally! You can field some phone calls from flustered broads. You put the hammer in your inventory. Call PI with newly assembled phone. You don't know Pickle Inspector's number, or if he even has a phone. Besides, your rotary dial appears to have strange symbols on it rather than numbers. Oh yeah. Which are the same symbols that we associate with the leprechaun Lucky Charm things. Okay, Windows spread and imaginary sight. You vaguely recall seeing somewhere the sequence of symbols star, heart, horseshoe. However, you can't quite remember the symbols star, heart, horseshoe. You will need the piece of paper with star, heart, horseshoe written on it if you wish to remember the sequence star, heart, horseshoe. AD search through your vomit to find your key. Oof. You pick up the small key. Check if the key works on the lock in the safe room. You unlock the door and you unlock the lock and open the door. Powerful fumes waked into your nostrils. Use hammer to pry boards off door in safe room. You pry at the boards with the hammer, but before you can pry any off, the door swings open, away from the boards. It seems the boards never actually served to obstruct the door in the first place. Oh dear. Examine rooms. Chapter 4 of 22. Last time I remind you to save, you're on your own from here. Oh, what? Interesting. You are now Pickle Inspector. Huh. Interesting. Chapter 4 of 22. Last time I remind you to save, you're on your own from here. You're now Pickle Inspector. Look around a room. You will examine your surroundings. Your door is blocked by something. Judging from the marks on the door, it looks like you attempted to open it with some sort of weapon. There is a hairpin on the door. Hairpin on the floor. Pick up hairpin. You equip the hairpin. Luckily, this game autosaves in this port. Yeah. We're unlucky. Okay, sweet. Armed with the machine gun, you are an unstoppable murdering machine. The heavy weapon is perfect for sating that burning desire to fill something with hot lead. You drop the machine gun. Your Vim characteristic is way too low to carry around such a heavy object. Take a look out hole in door. A trombone is wedged between the door and the wall. The horn is really rusty and could use some serious polishing. So it is Problem Sleuth's fault. Replace the cover on the elf picture. It bothers you. You try to push the safe closed, but it's too heavy. Your Vim is not nearly high enough. Probably not sure where the elf painting cover went. Perhaps an elf took it? Elves may or may not be real. Is it may or may not? Eat Smarties to boost vim. They're not Smarties, they're Tootsie Rolls. Become homoerotically interested in your fan. You attempt to woo your fan by turning it on. However, there is no electricity in your office presently. There's a card taped to the fan. Maybe not. Maybe notn't. Look at card. Glass Blowers Incorporated. Offering glass creations with no erotic connotations whatsoever since 1905. Seriously, we just make things out of glass. 1-800-BLOW-HARD. You place the Glass Blowers Incorporated card into your inventory. Become homoerotically interested in your fan. Oh wait, H, Andrew Hussey, Andrew Hussey becomes aroused by fans of MSPA Adventures. Way to break the fourth wall, numbskull. All of you, dance. Yeah! Yeah, break it down. Yeah, some sick moves there. A stick enters the back room. There are a couple of stills. One is for making illicit liquor during the Prohibition era. Another is for making another sort of substance, possibly also illicit. All the liquor appears to have been stolen. There are some handgun bullets on the floor. There's also a target painted on the ceiling for some reason. Loud swing music and lively footsteps are heard from the room above. Ooh, interesting. What's above us? Problem Sleuth enters the back room. It appears to be a storage room for various instruments. Mysteriously, most of the instruments have been plundered from the room. Hung on the wall are portraits of some legendary jazz musicians. You regard them with awe. Loud swing music and lively footsteps are heard from the room above. Take a hearty swig from mysterious bottles. The first bottle contains illicit moonshine. The second bottle contains hot sauce. The third bottle contains your own excrement saved up from prolonged office entrapment. You would take a swig from one, but you seem to have misplaced your handy drinking implement. Ooh. A stick, load keys, and use on target on ceiling. You pick up the handgun bullets. They're not compatible with your Tommy gun. You'll have to use the remainder of its ammo if you wish to fire it. Okay, fire Tommy gun at target. You point the ring of keys targetward. Cutscene, okay, there's some sort of party going on up here. And we're probably gonna kill at least one person. The room above is a busy speakeasy. The clients boisterously enjoy illicit libations. There is a bust of the speakeasy's owner, the mobster Kingpin. He's obviously the scourge of the pseudo-prohibition era universe. Nobody fucks with him. Okay, so that's the boss here. Oh! Bullets pierce the floor in a semicircular pattern around the bus. The patrons flee in fright out the exit. The exit is now barred through some automated security mechanism, probably to prevent meddlesome coppers from barging in. The gunfire ignited the potent fumes from the stills. The room is on fire! The ring of keys is out of ammunition! Okay. Well, that did not go well, I'd say. Could have gone better. Break the glass in the door, dislodging the trombone. You take a limp-wristed swing at the glass, but it seems there is no glass in the door frame. You tumble through the opening. Is he out? You're in a small room with an elf. Oh. The elf possibly guards secrets and a switch behind him. Huh. Ask the elf for wishes. Your pulchritude is too low to command the loyalty of elves. Leave. You exit the small room through the door. Huh. Interesting. Is that okay? Yeah, there was no light coming from behind the door before. Now there is. That's interesting. Also, why does Hussey look younger than she did in the 2000s? Oh, you mean now? Oh, okay. You exit the small room through the door. Search room for drinking implement. Oh yeah, what are Andrew Hussey's pronouns? Because I've just kind of been either using they, them, or he, him, so I don't know. All any? Okay. You find the rubber tube under your hat. Look for a container to siphon the liquid into. Retrieve your tea set from your fort. You have been keeping it in there to supplement your imaginative games of make-believe. Okay. Siphon liquid. You siphon some of the hot sauce into the teapot. You siphon some of the illicit liquor into the teacup. You decide to leave the shit where it is. Yeah, seems like a good choice. Take sip of hot sauce. Ooh. Yeah, looking a little sweaty there. You take a small sip of the teapot. Your vim is boosted. You begin to sweat profusely. Oh no. Add hairpin to inventory. You equip the hairpin. The machine gun suddenly goes off. The lousy thing has a hairpin trigger. Oof. The bottles are shattered, leaving an unpleasant slurry all over the floor. Ooh, yeah. That sucks. You drop the machine gun, you're still too weak to wield it. It goes off again, and the volatile concoction catches fire. Your office is on fire. Are we still trapped? The skylight above jostles and pops out of place to reveal a sprinkler which has been activated by the smoke. The sprinkler douses the flames. The skylight dangles from its power cord, which is plugged into an outlet on the ceiling. The water cools you off. Your vim returns to normal. Okay. Examine plaques beneath pictures. Okay. 1. Blind Billy Buttermilk Stubbs. 2. Father Blind Pappy Ramblin' Jackson. 3. Earl Stokes Can't See a Damn Molasses Fats. Such extraordinary jazz legends. They bring a tear to your eye. It seems they are without their instruments, though. Are they the instruments that were in, Problem Sleuth's Secret Hideaway? Play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata on the piano. You can't remember the notes to that song. Instead, you play an improvised rendition of a classic Buttermilk Stubbs composition. Things are really starting to cook. Some icons beneath the plaques are revealed. Ooh. Okay. They have a clarinet, trumpet, tuba. Okay. Go down the stairs, attempt to open door. Okay. And then we also have a stick going up the stairs, attempt to open the door. And there's still fire here. Okay. Both the doors are blocked from the other side. Oh, fantastic. It appears someone has wedged an oboe between the doors. Okay, it's an oboe. Drink brandy and forget you are on fire. You imbibe heavily to drown your conflagrative sorrows. MC hammer slide out of the room. Huh. Okay. You enter your fort to escape the shrieking nightmare that has swallowed your life whole. Yeah, you know what? At this point, yeah, makes sense. Add skylight to inventory. You take the skylight. Drink some illicit moonshine and rush to your fort. Okay. Take a sip. It only marginally boosts your already naturally high imagination stat. You will need to consume a much more powerful form of liquor if you wish to boost it much further. You duck into the fort to escape the freezing downpour. Oh, you hear your phone ringing from the other room. Okay, we're back with Problem Sleuth. Retrieve clarinet, trumpet, and tuba from secret room. You gather up the horns. Beneath the tuba is a cartridge of Tommy gun munitions. Ooh. Problem Sleuth. Use instruments on respective jazz legends. Ooh. You supply the musicians with their horns. A switch appears on the wall. Throw switch. The power is activated in Pickle Inspector's office. The fan turns on. The wind from the fan blows the safe shut. Okay, does that do anything? The power in Problem Sleuth's office shuts off. The phone is still ringing. Okay. Tell Dame on phone to call back. Takes like a whiskey. You answer the phone in a hard-boiled manner. You explain to the woman gruffly that you love to help her out, sweetheart, but you're up to your neck in all this weird puzzle shit. You hang up. Oh, man. Okay. Problem Sleuth. Enter fort. Okay. Oh, the dame explains into the dead receiver. Please don't go. She's been trapped in her apartment for hours and needs help. Sorry. We'd love to help, but you see, it seems that every sleuth in the city has been plagued by the same problem. Yeah, sorry, sweetie. You enter your imaginary office now with only 2 imaginary lives to spare. Try to be a little more careful this time. Okay, exit office. Ace, Dick, and Pickle Inspector are having a chat. You wonder if they're talking about you. Ace, Dick, whisper to Pickle Inspector to rouse Mia's curious suspicion. Ace, Dick is whispering something to the lanky fellow. You smell a plot. Your man furiously sets to work on a way to disrupt their connivings. Charge down hall, shouting profanities and being silly. This is the best plan you come up with. Oh dear. I sent a recent Andrew Pick on Discord for you. Ooh, okay, let's check that out. Okay, we're gonna bring this, and we're going to do that. There we go. Oh, I love the like ripped shirt style there. Yeah, they do look cool. She has cool vibes. Okay, hold on, come on, work with me. Wrangling my tabs. Clown makeup one. I present to you the greatest minds in the city. Oh man, the city's doomed. Yeah, there's a lot more. Oh, the other 2, inspired by your magnificent pulchritude, rally around you as a leader and follow you toward the exit. You stop them, reminding them that there is a monster on the street. They're terribly ill-equipped for the battle. You will all need better armaments. Yeah, the city's fucked. Ugh. Ask PI to conjure more powerful guns. Pickle Inspector nods sagely. We'll see what he can do. Problem Sleuth is armed with a candy corn handgun. Ace Dick is armed with a Tootsie Roll shotgun. Pickle Inspector's armed with a Pez Uzi. Pose as a team because shit just got real! Yeah! You copy and paste your previous poses into a new file and animate the background rapidly. Pickle Inspector shoot Ace Dick in the face. Why? Okay. Book. Exit and begin candy-oriented assault. Ooh. The great beast is ready for battle with a replenished health bar. Fast-paced organ music and a haunting vocal chorus accompanies your epic struggle! Auto parry. The beast makes a preemptive assault on your party's leader. Your auto parry kicks in. You avoid the savage lunge with your sleuth roll. Woo! Problem Sleuth battle menu. Ooh. Aggress, battle technique, combat operandi. Persuade, mollify, abscond. Ooh, insolent level. Dude, are you diabetic? Animal communion, elf tears? Okay. You open your battle menu and select aggress. You fire your candy corn handgun at the monster. It takes heavy damage from the projectile treats. Pickle Inspector, battle menu. Okay, so they all have an insulin level. Okay, elf tears. Oh wait, how many did? Okay, he had none, but he has a large inventory for them. He has 1, but doesn't have as large of an inventory. Animal communion is much lower than Problem Sleuth's. You follow Problem Sleuth's lead and riddle the beast with high-powered rounds of Pez. Ace Dick only has 1 slot for elf tiers and has none. Animal Communion is super low. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Brutal affront! Ace Dick cocks the Tootsie Roll shotgun and strikes a brutal affront for massive damage. The beast is slain! Oh, that took a lot less time than I thought it would. Reap spoils the battle. Okay. Victorious moment. Problem Sleuth gained a level. Imagination +1, +1, Poltitude +5, Vim +1. Problem Sleuth accrued battle technique. Sleuth diplomacy. Problem Sleuth can commune with the following animals. Weasels. Ace Dick gained a level. Vim +6. Ace Dick increased stomach capacity by 0.4 liters. Ace Dick increased stomach capacity by 0.5 liters. By 0.75 liters. Ace Dick has achieved level 18 stomach prowess. Ooh. Ace Dick accrued combat operandi, belly of the whale. Pickle Inspector gained a level. Imagination +10, Poltitude +2. Pickle Inspector learned how to imagine the following items. Jawbreaker Cannon, Gummy Bear IED, Peanut Butter Dumbwaiter. Ace Dick gained a level. Poltitude -3, Vim +8. Ace Dick accrued battle technique level 2, Truffle Shovel. The beast dropped artifact Polished Horn. Okay. Okay, didn't we already get Ace Dick's level gain though? Yeah, we got all Ace Dick stuff up here. Okay, so we got 2 announcements then. Interesting. Problem Sleuth jumped onto monster's legs. Oh dear, oh dear. The torso cavity is mushy and warm and makes for a comfortable bucket seat. Well, okay, that's something at least. Use legs like power armor and stroll around city. Problem Sleuth goes for a stroll. Examine Polished Horn. Its luster is interesting. Its mystery is unfathomable. You place the Polished Horn in your inventory. Pickle Inspector, get imaginary candy corn. You pick up the bag of candy corn. And conjure Peanut Brittle Dumbwaiter. Ooh, another picture. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. Ooh. The makeup kind of reminds me of oh god. Not Gamzee, the other like Gamzee's ancestor whose name I cannot remember for the life of me. Oh, but I love the ruffles on that jacket. Yeah, Kurlaws. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, but that's cool. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna, there we go. Okay. Conjure Peanut Brittle Dumbwaiter. Ooh. Okay, it's being lowered from an area that doesn't have a lit window. So I wonder if that's gonna have any effect here. Take dog from man. You take the ugly dog. Oh, oops. That's my reminder that we have 5 minutes in stream left. You take the ugly dog, summon Weasel King. You do not have enough elf tiers to summon the Weasel King. Okay. You don't have any elf tiers. How do you get elf tiers? Pickle Inspector, Ace Dick, go up Dumbwaiter into Ace Dick's window. Ooh, you cannot go up the stairs to Ace's office. The path is blocked by a frightening beast. Problem Sleuth, use monster legs to jump up to compatriots. Sensing your compatriots are in trouble, you decide to use your powerful legs to leap into battle. But something distracts you. A light coming from that storefront. And music. Oh! Well, that is interesting. Oh, it's a dancer spinning to the tune of a music box. Huh. An unfamiliar face looms large behind it. Oh. That's interesting. Ace Dick, one word, belly of the whale. You would use combat operandi, belly of the whale with gusto. However, your cache of elf tears is dry as a bone. Oof. Auto parry. The beast makes an unexpected pounce. Pickle Inspector employs a successful auto parry with the technique Pickle Distraction. Ace Dick, Truffle Shuffle level 2. You show the beast what you and fat kids everywhere are made of! Yeah, you take that, and that, and that! Yeah! The beast suffers minimal damage. A stick is slain. Oh no. Problem Sleuth, investigate the window. The dancer in the window stops spinning. The window goes dark. Ooh. Oh no. Yikes. Pickle Inspector, imagine Jawbreaker Cannon. Fire! Woo! Savage upgrade. Oh my god, yeah. The Jawbreaker Cannon inflicts a savage upgrade for 100 times damage. The beast is defeated. Pickle Inspector gained a level. Imagination plus 12, Pulchritude plus 1, Vim minus 4. Pickle Inspector accrued battle technique level 5, disconcerting ogle. The beast dropped artifact burnished horn. Problem Sleuth, use legs to intimidate creatures' mating dance. Oh, to imitate creatures' mating dance. You strut your stuff with some fancy footwork. Problem Sleuth is slain. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Beast, put on hat. Hey, that, yeah, you know, that hat suits you. That hat suits you. I think it's I think something good turned out after this, after all. You acquire the burnished horn. Pickle Inspector, hurry upstairs. Yeah, sorry, Pickle Inspector, you're the only one left here. You speed towards Ace's office to make sure he's alright. Oh no. Your imaginary body cannot be sustained on the material plane. Pickle Inspector loses an imaginary life. A stick is nowhere to be found. Okay, so now all of them are down at least one life. Ooh, that's, nuts. But he's still left behind, like, bones and a dead body there, so interesting. A stick suffers the unpleasant aftermath of his imagination binge. The flames in the still room are doused by a large volume of vomit. Oh my god. Problem Sleuth quenches his hangover with the remainder of the coffee. Okay. And Pickle Inspector returns to the material plane. The office is flooded. Oof. The outlet's electricity is shorted out. Oh my god. Water spills into the small elf chamber. Oof. One of the elves playing poker waves at you. He seems to beckon for you to join them. Forget the degenerate gamblers and save the drowning elf. Oof. It's too late for him. There's nothing you can do. Oh no. Stick hairpin in outlet. This would be a terrible idea even under the best of circumstances. You pick up the hairpin anyway. Yeah. Rest in peace, little elf buddy. You rest in peace. Actually, on that note, that is the end of our stream today. A bit of a shorter one because I was late today, but I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week. I will see you guys Thursday. We'll be playing Hollow Knight. Are you gonna say? Okay. But yeah, we'll be playing Hollow Knight on Thursdays now. So I'll see you guys then. And 2 pages would be best ending. Okay. So we'll do 2 pages yet. You pick up the hairpin anyway. Go retrieve unpleasant note from the dumbwaiter room. Problem Sleuth is okay, sort of. Math. Oh no, math. 6. Okay. I really gotta go here. But actually, the pages here are pretty short, so it looks like an apology note from a stick or something approximating an apology. Maybe he wants to bury the hatchet after all these years. The mollification is likely on account of your high pulchritude stat. Yeah, it's not the pester logs. Yeah, so we're good. Mollification is likely on account of your high pulchritude stat. This reminds you, now that Pickle Inspector's safe is closed, you can go read that note again. Go look through mural holes. Problem Sleuth is impolite. Very rude. Sure enough, there's the note. You can now remember the sequence Star Heart Horseshoe. You hear the safe opening from the other side. Tootsie Roll Frankenstein! Oh, you topple backwards and crush your fort. Oh, not the fort! Not the fort! Pickle Inspector, damn it, this is no time for shenanigans. Stop the water! There's no way to turn it off. You will suffer the same fate as that poor elf if you stay much longer. Join the elves. You duck into the elves' lair for sanctuary. They activate the emergency shutter to seal off the room. The elves introduce themselves. Ropo, Zopo, Foco, and Blod all sit around the table playing cards while strategizing against a common enemy. You're a little nervous. You dip your head politely to your new hosts. Okay. And with that is the end of our stream. I will see you guys Thursday for Hollow Knight. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you then. Bye.